I got Fawn in here. She's gonna be first. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Edge of the Farm Homestead.
Edge of the forest.
Oh yeah. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Edge of the Forest Homestead. And today I get to do this episode because it's on LICE. I feel like I have the most experience with this because I was in the hair industry for 10 years and it really doesn't creep me out. But the way we found out about it is because when we were holding them and petting them and scratching them, they really liked it. And I was like, like what's going on? So we kind of parted their hair and they were like infested with all these little bugs. And you know, the farmer asked me like, what is this? And I was like, it kind of looks like lice, but it really didn't. It looked different than human head lice. Human head lice can seem to be smaller, kind of like a darker color. This was larger, more of like a brownish color. You know, and lice don't creep me out one bit. So we researched and looked up what to do about it. And we went to the feed store and we got this like 50-pound bag of diatomaceous earth, food grade. And it doesn't really harm your skin. You can touch it. But the only thing is that you can't breathe it because it does kind of scratch up your lungs. It's very, very, very minute, broken up pieces of, I think, shell or something. We researched on it. You can eat it though, and when animals tend to eat it, it does things like kills worms and stuff. So because of, I guess to me, I feel like it's kind of like glass. Like if you crunch up a bunch of glass, like super, super small, like how dusty this is, then it kind of breaks down the exterior shell of like these lice animals and it kills them. It gets rid of them. So number one, like I said, you're not supposed to breathe it in because of your lungs, but you can eat it. I know that sounds weird. So whenever we treat these goats for the lice, we're going to wear a mask. Everybody has one of these on hand. And like I said, at the feed store, we went and got this 50-pound bag only because we're filling up this bucket for future animals. And this way we don't have to keep running back to the feed store. So after we treat them, we're also going to be putting it in their food, like sprinkling it a little bit so that they can eat a little bit of it, and it helps, like I said, with the worms. So it has multiple uses, and we're going to try to come up with some type of process with this because I've never done it. You know, the farmer's never done it. So I think we're going to get in their pen and he's going to bring them to me one at a time, and I'm going to try to get out of the wind, probably right behind these straw hay bales, and just kind of cradle one at a time and rub it on them wearing my mask. And we have to be careful not to let them breathe it in either. So I'm probably going to have to, you know, cradle the head behind and have their body this way and be super careful and slow about it, not just like scooping it up and splashing it all over them. I do have to be careful around their head, but I'm going to like gently pat on top of their head, behind the ears. Just like with human head lice, they tend to get into those warm hidden spaces. So like armpits, you know, in the crevice of their legs, along the spine. I'm going to try to get as much of them as possible, and we're not going to just do it once. We're going to do it a couple of times, you know, throughout the period and see how long it takes to get fully rid of them. But even after I treat them, what we're going to do is we're going to take some of this and we're going to sprinkle it all in this pen that they're in and a little bit into the empty pens, just to make sure that their environment isn't also infested and that we keep that under control. So let's go grab these babies. Come on, go, come on. I tried to close it before they all ran in. No. Fawn, the one girl baby that we have. She ran in here and I ran after them because I needed to close the door before they all came in here. Then had to chase them all out but one. So she's gonna be the lucky one to get to go first. So I already set up the bag over there in the corner, and I'm gonna take her, try to straddle her by myself and figure it out. Like I said, we haven't done this before. So I'm just gonna figure it out. Okay, so all 6 goats done. I feel like I've been in the kitchen, but I got it done, and hopefully I did a good enough job where they didn't breathe it in a lot. I was just trying to go quickly, but still carefully. None of them really enjoyed it except for this one was the best acting one. But I think it went okay. I mean, it took us a total of maybe 20 minutes because I had a helper, but totally doable if you've never done it yourself. And like I said, all I really needed were 2 things, 3 goats, a mask, and diatomaceous earth, DE. So that's the food grade because like I said, they can eat it and you can use it for multiple things on your farm. I kind of like that we invested in the 50-pound bag so that we don't, like I said, have to keep running back to the feed store. The next thing we're gonna do, now that we're done with the goats, is we're gonna sprinkle it all in their paddock. So I'm gonna get this goat out of here, mask up, and sprinkle it around. Okay, so the pin is done. We're gonna sprinkle some more in the empty pins, but after you sprinkle it all in, you kind of want to mix it up a little bit. And if you're gonna put fresh bedding on top, you know, still make sure that you kick it around, do a little do-si-do. Like I said, have fun with it. We enjoy doing things like this. So anything you can to give yourself a smile and have a better life and be happy with what you do. I really appreciate everybody's time, and I hope this video is helpful to y'all, helpful to the first timers. I hope that everybody learned something new, and I hope it can be useful for you and your farm or your homestead in the future. So remember to like and subscribe. That helps us out a lot. I really appreciate you guys doing that for us. Wherever it's at, up, down, side, left, right, like and subscribe. Thank you. Okay.